Part 2, Mole Conversions. So welcome to Mole City. So how do we travel from moles to molecules to grams? It's by traveling through Mole City. So we have a factor or a road to get from grams to moles. So if I need to go from grams to moles, we have a road. We also have a road that will give us from molecules to moles and back. But we do not have any road that goes from grams to molecules. So how do I get from grams to molecules? I have to go over the mole bridge. So the only way we can get from grams to molecules is to travel the mole bridge. So if I'm going from moles to grams, moles would be in the top. So then remember when our dimensional analysis, if moles is in the top, it needs to go to the bottom. So I'm going to use the rate conversion factor of atomic mass unit in grams to 1 mole. If I'm going from grams to moles, grams would be in the top, so grams now needs to go in the bottom. So I have 1 mole is to atomic mass unit in grams. To go from moles to molecules, I would use moles would be in the top, so now moles needs to go in the bottom. So I'd go from 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules to 1 mole. If I'm given molecules and I need to go to moles, molecules would be in the top, so now molecules would need to go in the bottom. So I have 1 mole to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. If I have 4.03 times 10 to the 25th neon molecules, how many grams do I have? Okay, so from my problem, I start with what I was given. So what was I given? I was given number of atoms. So I have 4.03 times 10 to the 25th atoms or molecules. So I know that that goes to my conversion rate then would be 1 mole goes to 6.023 or 02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. So I take what I know, this is in the top, so molecules is in the top, my conversion factor now needs to go in the bottom. Then I'm going to get to moles. How do I get from moles to grams? I use my conversion factor, so remember that the conversion factor for moles to grams, if moles is in the top, moles needs to go in the bottom, so I take the atomic mass unit in grams to 1 mole. From the periodic chart, I know that 20.1797 grams of neon is to 1 mole. So now I need to set up my problem. So I have, what was I given? 4.03 times 10 to the 25th atoms. Atoms is in the top. I'm going to put atoms in the bottom. What do I know about atoms? I know that 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. So now atoms is going to cancel. Moles is in the top, so now I need to get moles in the bottom. What do I know about moles? I know that 1 mole is to the atomic mass unit in grams. So from the periodic chart, I know that 20.1797 grams of neon is to 1 mole. So now let me check and make sure I have everything set up right. So here I have atoms to atoms cancels, atoms over atoms goes to 1, moles over moles goes to 1, and I'm left with grams. I want my answer in grams, so I have everything set up right. So now I just take out my calculator, and I'm going to do the simple conversion factors. So remember that you just use your calculator, and so I'm going to take 4.03 times 10 raised to the 25th. I'm going to divide that by 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, and I'm going to multiply that by 20.1797. And remember, we're not worried about our significant digits or significant figures at this time, so I get 1,350.9 grams of neon in that volume of gas. So remember, follow Mole City and the mystery of the mole will be solved.